Here at the FayWhat Show, we need to help my gay boys. I mean, they are like the blood that runs through my veins because I love them. So in our segment called Dear FayWhat, I provide my expert lesbian knowledge and my vast experience as a living, breathing gay boy in a lesbian's body to help my fellow gay boys. This week, caught between trust and thirst in Fort Lauderdale sent us an email, all right? Hey, FayWhat and person in bed. That's you, by the way. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm writing to you because I need some perspective from someone who's seen it all. Maybe I've seen it all. Heard it all. Okay. And tells it like it is. That part I do. All right. So here's the situation. I've been dating this guy for about 2 months. He's thoughtful, emotionally open, and honestly, one of the first guys I've connected with in a long time. But there's one thing I can't shake. His ex. Oh, no. They're still close. Oh, no. Like brunch on Sundays close. Oh, hell no. They text often and he still likes all his ex's posts, including the shirtless thirst traps and those deep miss this day throwbacks. Ew. Ooh. I've asked him about it and he says they're just friends and there's no need to worry. But something in my gut feels unsettled. I'm not trying to be controlling. I want to be the guy who trusts and respects boundaries, but I also don't want to ignore red flags just because I want this to work so bad. So here's my question. When does friendship with an ex cross a line? Am I being insecure, or is it fair to want some distance between him and his past if we're trying to build something real? Signed, caught between trust and thirst in Fort Lauderdale. Oh, baby. Listen, trust your gut, okay? And this is so interesting that we've got this question for us today, and there's 2 lesbians answering this, because it's usually me and a gay boy, right? And usually when it's me and a gay boy, I say, lesbians have the bad habit, okay, let's just say, of staying best friends with their exes, okay? Most of the girls I've dated or most of the lesbians I'm friends with, they still are avid friends with their exes, and their small crew is usually, oh, she's my ex, and she's a friend from school, And that's where I'm different, right? And that's probably where I dated men for some time, but boys bored me. A blowjob and a sandwich and you guys were good, right? Girls drive me crazy and make my heart beat that much faster, and that's how, I ended up where I ended up, right? Okay, so point being that, and when I tell other lesbians, that part of the whole lesbian culture has been really hard for me to understand. Like, my exes, the second we were exes, we were completely out of each other's lives. No more Facebook, no more social media, no more none of that. I don't want to see a picture of me and my ex from a couple of years ago. I don't want my wife to see a picture of her and her ex from a couple of years ago come up on the feed. But maybe I'm insecure, right? Maybe that's my insecurities, but kind of how I want my relationships to go. Not that that's the way that it works for everybody. Not that that would work for somebody else, right? Right. So for this gay boy, you've been with him 2 months, okay? In gay years, that's like a year and a half, all right? That's about like a year and a half. Yeah. But you're still setting up your foundation for your relationship, right? So if he's super comfortable being this close to his ex and having Sunday brunches and all that shit, that might never go away. That might be part of what the relationship would look like for you in the future. So this is your time to get the fuck out, okay? Like, this might not be for you. Okay, right. This might be an easy conversation with him, right? And maybe it just disappears, but it seems very part of his everyday. I don't see it just disappearing because you go and confront him and say that it makes you feel a certain kind of way. Where are you on this, Jess? Did all of that make sense? Did I get to like, because it's like. Because it's like I would date girls all the time, and then they'd be like, "Oh, this is my best friend," and I'm like, "Oh, cool, your best friend." And then later on, when we were dating,
I mean, who hasn't at this point? Every friend group, everyone in that friend group, that is just the way
has licked each other's vagina. No.
So okay, for me, I'm sitting down, and I'm like, sometimes, just like what you were saying, it's just having that upfront conversation. Like, just talk to him and tell him where you're at, and say, "Look, for me." Right, speaking from I need space and time to build this foundation with you. And I'm not saying you can't be friends or this and that. I think what would be helpful for me is for us to focus on that and build from there. And then if that friendship is still there, great. But I want us to focus on us. And I know that this might be a block. So if the other person, right, that you've been with is open to that, then great. Go and have a conversation with your ex and say, look, I love our friendship. I love our brunches. Great. I'm building something with someone new and I want to make that a priority. And this is where they're at. And I love you. There we go. Wrap it up with a pretty bow. Well, first of all, definitely always listen to your gut. Your body knows the answer first. Way before your brain.
Isn't that crazy?
It's wild. Your body knows the answer. So if your gut was already saying something's off, just go with it. Trust yourself.
Pay attention to that gut feeling, you know. And like us as girls, like I think we have like that elevated sixth sense, right? And we don't listen.
I was just about to say, it took me so long to finally listen to my gut.
No,
and
now I figure now.
Right.
I don't have the time anymore, Jess. I don't have the fucking time. So now my gut goes like this, and I go, okay, stay away from that person.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, and that's that. You know what I mean? Like, someone says something disrespectful to me, and it's disrespectful to my wife, right? I used to just go, whatever, ha ha ha. Now I go, blink, okay. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Noted.
Exactly. Like, I know how this is, right?
I know how this might go. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, women, we're very sensitive. We're very emotional. We're very, you know, I don't want to call us needy. We're not all needy, of course, but like, you know, we need certain things. And sometimes we want to have our cake and eat it too. Yeah. Okay. And that happens when you're leaving from one relationship into another. But give your present relationship that respect.
Yeah, exactly. And that is a very understandable thing. So if you go to him and say, hey, look, this from a respect standpoint and perspective, here are my boundaries, here's X, Y, and Z, like this is where I'm at. I really want to continue this with you. If you're not open to putting that aside for a little bit, then okay, you know your answer.
Yep.
You know, don't go wild in your head with it.
And when he tells his ex that, right, because he might not care about you enough to do that. To be completely honest, you've only been in his life 2 months, and I don't know how long he was with his ex, but they've got something. They've got memories. They've got shit that they've been through, right? Yeah. So don't ask him to choose because you might end up, it might be even worse for you. You know what I mean? Like right now,
choose.
Don't tell him to choose, you know, but go into that saying, hey, I'm trying to lay out this foundation. I haven't felt like this for a guy in a while, right? Yeah. He might just say, hey, I'm just into fucking right now. I don't want this. And then now you know where you stand.
There we go.
And we're done.
Hands are clean, yep.
See? Two lesbians can solve all the gay boy problems.
We got you.
I'm just saying. Keep writing and sending in your questions to FayWhat@happeningout.com because we love it and we want to help as much as possible, all right? And this is an important conversation for our LGBTQ plus community. Help us tell these important stories by liking